welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into the world of utility tokens. You know, those crypto gems that unlock all kinds of special features and maybe even some power in the crypto world.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're going to focus on two specifically, VEE on the BLOCKv network and BLOCRC on the XRP ledger. So
Buckle up.
yeah, buckle up, we're going deep.
It's going to be a deep dive.
But before we get started, I do want to say, the golden rule, nothing said here is financial advice.
Nope.
We're all about, just exploring these tokens, not telling you what to do with your money.
It's more like we're handing you a toolkit, not a treasure map, so you decide where to dig.
I like that. Yeah. A toolkit, not a treasure map. So to help equip you with that toolkit, we've got market analogies, official websites, recent price trends, the whole shebang, really. And just to add a little, some structure to our analysis.
Structure's good.
Yeah, we're going to use our trusty 100-point utility score. We've got 10 categories that we're going to use to compare these head-to-head.
Think of it like a nutritional label, but for your crypto.
Oh, I love that. A nutritional label. Okay, so first up, let's set the stage. VEE, and that's pronounced V, has been making waves since 2017 on the BLOCKv network. And this network is all about what I call smart NFTs, basically NFTs on steroids, so think interactive experiences, gamification, even loyalty programs, all powered by VE.
And this isn't, just some pie-in-the-sky concept. BLOCKv has partnered with some really big names, like Pepsi and Visa, using these smart NFTs for real-world promotions and exploring loyalty program integration.
Yeah, they basically took the NFT idea and said, hold my beer, watch this.
Exactly. And speaking of watching, VE's price recently shot up by 37% in a single day.
Wow.
Yeah. And some whispers are pointing to a possible stablecoin backed by tokenized real-world assets, maybe even spearheaded by BLOCKv's co-founder.
Okay, so mystery and potential. It's always a good combo. Now, on the other side, we've got BLOC, and that's pronounced BLOC, which is making its debut on the xrpl, or the Ripple network. This network is known for its speed and low transaction costs. BLOC is the fuel for the BlocScale launchpad. Think of it like a matchmaking platform, connecting businesses with investors, especially those interested in tokenized real-world assets.
Yeah, and it's still in its private sale phase, but over 70% of the tokens allocated for the sale have already been snapped up.
Wow. Okay, so people are definitely paying attention. It's like the early bird special for crypto, and everyone's lining up.
Yeah, it seems to be generating a lot of buzz.
Okay, enough with the introductions. Let's get down to business with our utility score showdown. First category, use case and utility. Basically, what does this token actually do? VE drives an 8 out of 10 here. So what's driving that score?
It's all about those smart NFTs. Remember how we said they're like NFTs on steroids? Well, VE powers those experiences. For example, Pepsi used VE to create a scavenger hunt with their NFTs. Imagine finding digital clues that unlock real-world prices. And that's just one example.
Yeah, so it's not just about owning, a piece of digital art. It's about the interactive experience and what you can do with it. Pretty cool. BAE gets a 5 out of 10 in this category. So why the lower score?
Well, while BAE's role is clear, its governance and utility within the BlocScale launchpad, the platform itself is still under construction. So right now, it's more about potential than a proven track record.
So it's like having a shiny new sports car, but it's still parked in the garage.
Oh, good analogy. The engine is revving, but we haven't seen it on the open road yet.
Okay, next up, market adoption and demand. This is where we see how popular the token is, how many people are using it, trading it, and essentially saying, I want a piece of that. VE scores a solid 7 out of 10.
Well, VB benefits from being an early bird. It's got a market cap of $152 million, and it's currently trading on 13 different exchanges. Plus, remember those partnerships with Pepsi and Visa. It's like a giant neon sign saying, this is a token to watch.
Yeah, when big brands jump in, people take notice. So what about BOLO? It scores a 6 out of 10. Which isn't bad considering it's not even publicly traded yet.
Exactly. That 70% sell-through during the private sale shows strong early interest. But until it hits the public markets, its accessibility is limited.
So it's like a highly anticipated movie premiere. The buzz is building, but the general public can't buy tickets yet. Makes sense. Okay, let's get a little technical with our next category. Tokenomics and distribution. Don't worry, we'll keep it clear. This is all about how the token is structured and distributed, which can have a big impact on its value over time.
Think of it like the blueprint for a house. A well-designed structure is crucial for stability and longevity, and both VE and BLOC score an impressive 8 out of 10 here, which means their blueprints look pretty solid.
So VE has a total supply of over 3.6 billion tokens, most of which are already in circulation. The distribution model includes portions for early contributors, company reserves, and community incentives.
Right. It's all about striking a balance between rewarding those early supporters, ensuring the project has enough resources for growth, and encouraging community participation. And that's where vesting schedules come in. They gradually release tokens over time, preventing a sudden flood of tokens that could crash the price.
Smart move. Now, BFET, with a total supply of 100 million tokens, has a similar multi-pronged approach to distribution.
Yeah, a portion was allocated for that private sale, with the rest set aside for the upcoming public round. Seed investors, community rewards, and future development.
So both tokens are playing the long game, making sure there's enough to go around for all the key players, while keeping an eye on future growth and development.
It's a strategic approach that often resonates well with your founders.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the teams and governance structures behind VE and BLVC.
Yeah, this is where we start to see some contrasting philosophies.
BC snags a 7 out of 10 in this category. BLOCKv boasts a team of seasoned veterans, including the CEO Reeve Collins, who's made a name for himself in the tech and blockchain world. They're running a pretty tight ship with governance primarily managed by the company.
Yeah, it's a more traditional top-down approach, which can be appealing to those who value experience and a clear leadership structure.
BLP, on the other hand, scores a 6 out of 10, opting for a more decentralized model that puts the community in the driver's seat.
Think of it like a cooperative. The BLOCO holders get voting rights on major platform decisions, giving them a direct say in the project's direction.
It's all about that community empowerment, a very power-to-the-people approach.
Which begs the question, do you prefer a seasoned captain steering the ship, or a crew that charts the course together?
That's a great question for our listeners to ponder. We'll delve deeper into the differences between VE and BLOC in our next segment, exploring their technology, security, and more. Stay tuned. All right, deep divers, we're back and ready to plunge deeper into the world of VE and BLOC. Last time we covered their use cases, how the markets are reacting to them, their tokenomics, and even the teams behind them. Now let's pop the hood and look at the tech driving these tokens.
Yeah, think of it as comparing the engines. Of our two crypto sports cars, are we talking a reliable workhorse or a cutting-edge experimental design?
I love that analogy. First pit stop, technology and development progress. This category checks out the nuts and bolts of each project, how actively it's being developed. Are there continuous upgrades? Is the tech cutting edge? Or are we talking about an old clunker?
Yeah, a project's tech can be its greatest asset. Or its Achilles heel.
Right.
VE roars ahead in this category with a score of 9 out of 10. They haven't been sitting still since 2017. They're built on a trifecta of powerful blockchain networks, Ethereum, Polygon, and Optimism. It's like having a supercharged engine under the hood.
Not only that, but they've been adding new features and functionalities to the platform, keeping it fresh and relevant. BLOCKv is clearly committed to staying ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and that's key. In the fast-paced world of crypto, stagnation is a recipe for obsolescence.
Very true. Now, BLOCKc gets a respectable 6 out of 10. For technology and development, it's built on the XRP ledger, which is known for its speed and efficiency. But remember, the BlocScale launchpad itself is still under construction.
Right. It's like having a state-of-the-art racetrack. But the race cars are still being assembled in the pit line.
Perfect analogy. The potential is there, but we need to see those cars on the track to truly assess their performance.
Agreed. It's all about execution at this stage.
Okay, let's shift gears to a topic that keeps every crypto investor up at night: network security and audits. This category examines how well these projects are protecting their users' funds and data.
Yeah, security is non-negotiable in the crypto world. One breach can shatter trust and send a project spiraling.
Absolutely. VE takes security seriously, scoring an impressive 9 out of 10. They've had their smart contracts audited by top-notch security firms like Chain Security Ltd, so you know they're not messing around.
Yeah, those audits are like a thorough inspection by a master mechanic, ensuring every component is secure and functioning properly.
Plus, VE benefits from being built on Ethereum, a network known for its bottle-tested security. It's like having a fortress guarding your assets.
Right. Multi-layered security is always a good sign. It shows a commitment to protecting user funds. Now BLOCC scores a 5 out of 10 in this category.
That score seems a bit low, especially since the XRP ledger is generally considered secure.
Yeah, while the XRPL itself has a good track record, we haven't found any publicly available information about independent audits conducted specifically on the BLX smart contract.
So it's not necessarily a red flag, but more of a we need more information situation.
Exactly. Transparency is paramount in the crypto world. It's like buying a used car. You want a comprehensive vehicle history report before you hand over your hard-earned cash.
Okay, makes sense. Let's move on to ecosystem development and partnerships. It's not enough to have a great product. You need a thriving community and a network of partners to truly succeed.
Yeah, think of it like a bustling city. You need a diverse range of businesses, institutions, and residents to create a vibrant and sustainable ecosystem.
VE scores a solid 8 out of 10 in this category. And it's not hard to see why. Those partnerships with Pepsi and Visa are more than just flashy headlines. They demonstrate VEE's ability to integrate smart NFTs into real-world applications.
Yeah, those are big wins. They bring credibility and exposure to the project.
And they're not stopping there. BLOCKv is actively building a developer community around its smart NFT technology, fostering innovation and expanding the possibilities of what you can do with VEE.
That's how you create a self-sustaining ecosystem. Empower developers and give them the tools to build amazing things.
Now, BLOCKv gets a 4 out of 10 in this category.
Yeah, being a newcomer, they're still in the early stages of building their network. Their goal of connecting businesses with investors through the BlocScale launchpad is ambitious, but they need to attract more projects and partners to create that bustling city we talked about.
It's more like a small town with big dreams at this point.
Exactly. They have the blueprints, the infrastructure is in place, but now they need to attract businesses and residents to fill those empty lots.
It'll be interesting to see how they leverage the xrpl's strengths to build out their ecosystem. Now let's talk about the people who make up the heart and soul of these projects, the community.
Right. A strong community is like a loyal fan base. They can spread the word, provide valuable feedback, and even help shape the project's direction. VEE scores a 7 out of 10 for community strength and engagement, which shouldn't surprise us.
They've had years to cultivate a following, and it shows. Their Twitter account is buzzing with activity. They have a lively Telegram group, and they're regularly engaging with their community through AMAs, updates, and even fun contests.
Right. It's clear they value their community and see them as integral to their success. Now, B-Dollar, being the new kid on the block, scores a 5 out of 10.
They're putting in the effort to build their community, especially during their private sale. But they're starting from scratch while VEE has a head start.
It's like the difference between a seasoned band with a dedicated fan base and a new band just starting to make noise. Both has potential, but one has already proven their ability to draw a crowd.
Makes sense. Okay, let's move on to a topic that's crucial for any investor: liquidity and exchange support. This is all about how easy it is to buy, sell, and trade the token.
Right. It's the difference between having cash in your pocket and having your money tied up in illiquid assets. VEE scores a stellar 9 out of 10 in this category. It's listed on a wide range of reputable exchanges like Uniswap, SushiSwap, and Bitfinex.
So you can easily get your hands on VEE, and it has a healthy trading volume, which means you can buy and sell without causing wild price swings.
Right. It's a highly liquid asset, which is a big plus for investors. Now BLIZ gets a 2 out of 10.
Ouch, that's a low score.
Well, remember, it's not publicly traded yet, so access is limited to private sale participants. Once it hits the open market, that score is likely to jump, but for now it's like trying to trade a rare collectible that only a handful of people have access to.
It's all about patience and waiting for the right moment. All right, final category for this segment: regulatory compliance and legal clarity. This is a big one because the regulatory landscape for crypto is still evolving, and it can be a minefield for projects that weren't careful.
It's like navigating uncharted waters. You need a skilled captain and a sturdy ship to avoid running aground. VEE scores a 6 out of 10 here, while BLOCv gets a 4.
Okay, let's break that down. VEE benefits from its longevity. They've been around long enough to have a sense of the regulatory lay of the land.
Right, they've weathered the storms and adapted to the changing tides. While we don't have detailed public information about their compliance strategies, their continued operations suggest they've managed to stay on the right side of the law.
Yeah, they've learned to navigate those uncharted waters. Now, BLOC, being a newer project, is still figuring out its regulatory course.
It's like a new ship setting sail for the first time. They have charts and compasses, but they haven't faced a real storm yet.
It's a crucial aspect for them to focus on as they grow. Transparency and a proactive approach to regulation will be key to building trust with investors. Well, folks, we've covered a lot of ground in this segment, exploring the technological underpinnings, security majors, ecosystem development, community strength, liquidity, and even the regulatory landscape of VEE and BLOC. Next time, we'll tally up the scores and discuss what it all means for you as you navigate the exciting world of crypto investing. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We spent the last 2 segments dissecting VEE and BLOC, comparing them across 10 crucial categories, almost like giving them a crypto checkup, you know?
Yeah, we've examined their strengths, their weaknesses, their potential, all to, equip you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions.
Exactly. We've got the seasoned veteran VEE with its strong market presence and real-world adoption, and the ambitious newcomer BLOC vying for its place in that rapidly growing xrpl ecosystem.
It's like the classic tale of experience versus potential. It's a fascinating dynamic that we see play out time and time again in the crypto world.
All right, enough suspense. It's time to unveil the final utility scores. Drumroll, please. VEE takes the lead with an impressive 78 out of 100.
That score really reflects VEE's maturity, its robust ecosystem, and its proven track record of delivering real-world utility.
Through its smart NFT technology.
Yeah, those partnerships with Pepsi and Visa are definitely paying off, showing the world that VE is more than just a tech experiment. It's a solution that major brands are embracing.
It's a testament to the team's vision and their ability to execute. They've created a token with real-world applications, a strong community, and a clear path for future growth.
Now, BLC scores a respectable 51 out of 100, which isn't bad considering it's still in its early stages.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about BIC, particularly its focus on real-world asset tokenization and its commitment to community-driven governance. But as we've discussed, much of its potential hinges on the successful launch and adoption of that BlocScale launchpad. Right? It's like a budding athlete with all the raw talent. They need the right coaching, the right training, and the opportunities to reach their full potential.
Yeah, the key takeaway here is that BLOCv is a project to watch. Its story is just beginning to unfold.
So what does this all mean for you, our fellow deep divers? If you're looking for a token with a proven track record, strong liquidity, and a robust ecosystem, VE seems like a solid contender.
It's definitely a more established option. With a clear value proposition, it's powering real-world applications today, not just promising them for tomorrow.
Right. But if you're drawn to the potential of a newer project, especially within that exciting xrpl ecosystem, and you believe in the power of community-driven governance, $B might be worth a closer look.
It's a higher risk, higher reward proposition. But for those who believe in the long-term growth potential of xrpl and the vision of BlocScale, it could be an intriguing addition to a diversified crypto portfolio.
And remember, folks, these scores are just a starting point. They're not a crystal ball or a financial advisor in your pocket. It's crucial to do your own research, assess your risk tolerance, and make informed decisions that align with your investment goals.
The crypto world is dynamic and ever-changing. What might be a winning strategy today could be outdated tomorrow.
So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, never stop learning.
That's the beauty of the crypto space. It's a constant journey of discovery.
And speaking of discovery, we want to leave you with one final thought to ponder. How might the evolving landscape of NFTs and the anticipated growth of xrpl impact the long-term utility of both VE and BLOC?
It's a question that's worth exploring as you continue your crypto adventures.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of VE and BLOC. Until next time, happy exploring.